Let's see. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday. Let me know that you're watching, that you're here. We're going to get started in just a minute. Hey, Anne, I'm so glad you made it. I will forever associate the number 22 with you. Just so you know. It's so weird. Like, I was relabeling the renumbering stuff, and I was like, oh, I wonder if Anne will make it. Because I hit number 22. That's wonderful. Oh, so I'm excited. We're going to start out as I do each week. So if you're new to me, or if you're just tuning in, these are the paintings that were created last week. I want to take a minute and look at them. This one was first. My work here is done. You definitely had an impact. And I remember last week looking at this part right here and how that came up. Again, those colors kind of came through in the second painting. So I try to do two, maybe three if I can, but two's a lot. So I start with one and then we look at them together. It's kind of nice to compare, you know? So we have some kind of connection there. But this was the first one, and I just love her golden skin. And it makes me think of like our personal will, our solar plexus, and then right at the throat is like this beautiful pink gem, a lot of heart energy. But I just love the look. Very determined, very powerful, dragon-like. So I hope you are feeling that way this past week. I am a little bit dysregulated today, but the rest of the week I've been feeling wonderful. I'm a little off today though. So I'm hoping that I'll get centered as I'm painting. So, but words are a little bit difficult for me. So here's the beautiful little deer that showed up. And I love a deer as a symbol for our sensitivities and, trusting our instinct to, slow down and kind of pay attention to our environment and take cues and follow those instincts. So those were the two created last week. It is super intense, and I'm an Aries, and apparently it's in the Aries area or whatever. I don't know what that means, but I'm feeling it today. I woke up early this morning, and then my energy just tanked about 9 a.m. and I'm like, I should take a nap, and I slept till about 2:30. So, wow. Mm-hmm. With intensely vivid dreams. So I must have needed it. I was in a deep, deep sleep for most of the day, which I'm feeling blessed that I can be, you know? All right. Hey, thanks for the rose. That's nice, Tiff. I appreciate that. Lydia, hello and happy Wednesday to you. All right. Well, I'm so glad that you're all tuning in. I'm going to draw the winners of last week's paintings. I've got everyone's name. If you're not familiar with how to enter the giveaway, if you go to my Ko-fi page, so you can go to my profile here on TikTok, and there's a link in my profile to my website, and it'll say, right now it says at the top, it'll say 50% off for painted reading. So if you want a painting created just for you and you get to pick the colors and everything, and it tells you, I'm really good with like inner gifts, life purpose kind of stuff. So, but it can be any question or any intention. And that's what we're going to do today, create a couple more. But they're 50% off for Ko-fi members, and it's only $1 to become a member, $1 a month. And so I have names of all the members in this bag here. And I'm going to draw 2 names. So each week I give away the originals that I create the week before. So these were created last week. Better put them in order. And then whatever we create today, I'll also give those away. So let's see who wins. This one, I want to back this up just a little bit. All right. Just a little bit more. Well, I thank you for being here, Tiff. I'm glad you're. It's always nice to make new friends. All right, so for this one right here, the first winner. Just showing that I'm shaking it. Is dun, da, 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 Amy B. Congratulations. So that will go out to you, Amy. Thank you so much for being a supporter, and thanks everyone for supporting my work. When you become a member on Ko-fi, it helps me to offer my art support groups and to come on and do live readings without having to charge anything. That's the reason that I do it, is so that I can give back and help out and build community, that kind of thing. So the next winner of this one here is Joanne. Congratulations, Joanne. You've got a little deer friend coming to your home. So thank you to everyone who's become a member, and congratulations to this week's winners. Yay. So I'll put those aside. Let's see, put them over here. And we're going to create some new ones. I'm going to create a new one here. So the way this works, I wanted to show you all this too. So I've been coming on live. These are all individual readings. I've had people choose 2 colors. And so this represents, each little image is another person. And so it's kind of all of us coming together. So I'm having fun with that too. So in addition to the weekly live that I do at this time every Wednesday, you can tune in throughout the week. All right. So I think, hey, Wicked Witch, welcome. I think we're going to do it like this time. I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to invite you to choose 1 per person. They're in order, so if you can't quite see the number, it goes like that. I got my... All right. So just pick the number. Obviously that one's 31, that's 33. I think the rest have labels. You're the whale. I was wondering who the whale was the other day. Thank you. Thanks for putting it in there. It helps me see it. And 22, of course. And I can do quite a few, but let's see. I might have to stop at like 10. We'll see. 17. Thank you. All right. So this is the same box of colors you get to pick from if you have a private reading done. We meet on Zoom and you get to pick, or I now have a custom reading, custom intuitive painting, which does not include a reading, but you can get a painting created from your energy. And you get to pick all the colors for it. Okay, I'm going to put these aside and we'll see if anybody else picks a color. If you missed it, you can pick a number between 1 and 36. I had to put this down because I can't read. I'm too short to see up that high. All right. And just a reminder, if you're a Ko-fi member, that your gift certificates and readings, everything is 50% off today. There's a special code there for you. I like saying the word code because then it brings out the northern accent I picked up living up here in Wisconsin. Makes me feel like I'm part of the community. So these are the ones we have so far. If anybody wants to add one before I get started, I'm just getting things set up. So before I start pouring the paint, if you want to add one, if you haven't picked one yet, let me know. And I appreciate tapping the screen and making confetti. That helps to spread the word that we're having a good time. Thank you. Are you having tea? What kind of tea are you having? How's your weather there? We've got rain all day. It was kind of cozy. All right, clean palette. I'm having coffee in my favorite Peacock Lady mug. Magical. Thanks for all the likes. Thank you so much. All right. Well, it looks like these are the colors for this one, so let's get going. So we'll start with 10. English breakfast. Ooh, that's comforting. 22. Ooh, chocolate rose tea. That sounds good. I have some like cinnamon sweet essential oil going in my diffuser, and it's making me want like I don't know, like apple pie or something, you know. It's wonderful. Oh, this is interesting. Well, hi, Mama Jody. Welcome. Do you want to pick a number 1 through 36 to add to the colors? I haven't put the plastic on yet, so I have a minute before I can do it. Before I do it, if you want to add a color. 14. Hey, Lexi, you made it. All right, 14 and 7. Cool. And 27. All right. Perfect. And 3. Gotcha. See, I told you tapping the screen would make all our friends. It sends out the signal. I am doing well. Thank you. Pardon my paint farts. Okay. Aw. There's something about, like, I don't know, like having the right mug and the right utensils and stuff. It changes the dynamic of the meal, doesn't it? Or whatever we're consuming. Kind of you can make something simple like tea very sacred. I love that. All right, let's get a little closer, huh? the right lighting. Let's get that. There we go. So I've set an intention for this painting to provide some insights for the week ahead. If you're new to my work, I do this. This is a mini version of the painted reading that I do for individuals. So like if you had questions about your life path, things like that, and create a painting with you, you get to pick the colors and we talk about the symbolism that shows up. So I'm going to create a abstract background. And then it's kind of like cloud gazing. I'm going to look in it, paint what I see. Aww. Like a lot. You are loved. Like a lot. Oh, I love that. Okay, so one of the things that I look at is where the paint kind of gathers. And there's a whole lot under here, but there's kind of like this open space right here. So I want to say that there's buildup of energy, mostly in our kind of like subconscious or below the surface, is where it's hanging out. But there's like a clear streak. If you can find the middle between your external and internal experience, that's where the clarity's at. But there's definitely a buildup of just old crap, just old energies. That's what it feels like. It just feels like just stuff, you know? Just that old stuff that we carry around. There's one of my favorite artists is Kiki Smith. If you've ever heard of her, she's really an interesting artist, contemporary, like now she's living. And she does a lot of sculpture, these like really, they're kind of shocking. Some of her work is it's very visceral. It's very much around the body and specifically the like female body, and she does a lot of stuff about menstruation and stuff, or she did. But so there's this one where there's like this body and it's got this trail coming out of its rear. And it's all about like the literal like shit we carry around that trails off of us. And we just carry so much crap we don't need, you know? And that's what this energy felt like down here. Sometimes we're not even aware of it. And that's what this felt like, is like, if we can get in between that place between like our internal experience and our external experience, that's where we're going to get the clarity. But the best thing to do would be to just clear that stuff out. Let it all go. It's a good time to do it. All right. Oh, those are lovely colors. Getting some major tree energy. Anybody else? I feel like beautiful old tree in a swamp kind of feeling. That dark green. Let's see if we can take off one more layer. All right. Yeah, it's got that same, the caterpillar from Wonderland. It's like, this green here feels like a being. And that's is like a tree, or yeah, I can see the caterpillar too. And yeah, that's definitely like a cauldron shape. Interesting. I agree, and great time for letting go of what no longer serves. So that makes sense down here too, where I was talking about all that extra stuff. If we can kind of burn it away, or, you know, put it in the cauldron. Oh yeah, like a little bear. Ooh, a cabin. I'm down for a cabin. All right, let's see. What was that? dark green. I think it was 18. Burn it. I'm going to start there. I'm going to start with the little cauldron and we'll see where it takes us from there. Tiny llama. I feel like, I don't know why I feel like that should be a song. I want a song called Tiny Llama. I don't care what it sounds like. It's so interesting too, because I was just thinking about that I needed a cauldron. Okay. I feel like this is the opening here. And it is Aries full moon, you're right. So, fire. It's just absorbing this color. It's interesting. You can see it here, but because of the glare, it's hard to see. Hey, how's it going? Let's give it a few handles here. I feel like the fire kind of is all around it. In it and around it. Oh, now we're boiling the tiny llama. Oh no. Oh man. I want to decorate it, even though there's, let's do like this, because I feel like it is definitely related to the moon. Let's put some symbols on it. I almost feel like there's a little head poking out right here. Like that's the forehead and it's got pink hair. It's like birthing some little, like it reminds me of those little troll dolls that had the pink wavy hair. Okay, I need to do, oh, let's see. Yeah, like a little fairy popping out. Oh, it's funny. Born of Fire. What's that one? What's that color? 22. It's a cute little thing. But actually, I feel like that might be the old self boiling away. Kind of rendering. I just heard the word rendering in my head. Like something new up here. Oh. Fairy soup. Some good soup. What is this right here? It's almost, if you look at it, it's got edges like it's... If you don't know me yet, I often talk in half sentences. The rest of it's sent psychically, so just tune into my channel. You'll get it. Oh, look at the diamond shape back here. I just now noticed that. Some geometric stuff going on in here. I like it. I thought it would become like a figure or something. But it's like the magic is separating into different components or something. Kind of cool. Oh, it's interesting. They said, is that a 4-leaf clover in the right bottom? Are you looking at this? Because that just caught my eye, and I thought it was like two little beings. But tell me what color you're looking at, because I'm not sure. Are you looking at this? I feel like there's a face back here too. Oh, left. Okay. Oh, look at that face in white. I think I'm missing it. We'll see if I... The other left? Come on now. Alright. It's a little... It's like little... It's not like fire, it's like little people, little beings fueling the change. Right there? Could you point to it? Yeah, they're like little spirits on the bottom. Yeah. What's that gold? That 14. That golden. That's coming in down here. Hey. Welcome. My nose is whistling. So I'm seeing something right here. I don't know if that's what you're seeing like a clover-like thing, but I'm gonna, I don't know. Well, as I went to do it, it's like, nope, just leave it. Okay. Oh, you know what? I have new paintbrushes. I'm gonna try. Like, they went overboard with the plastic and all, but I'm always bitching about my paintbrushes, right? So I got some new ones. Look at these fancy paintbrushes. Yeah. All right. Ooh. Ooh, I like it. Ooh. It matches the kettle. All right, then. Because I wanted to do some really fine detail work in here. So let's see. Let's get a little closer, huh? Oh. Those are nice. These are nice. Oh, yeah. I see there's like water. I think someone said something about water earlier, too. Yeah. Oh. Don't hush, because you have good ideas. I like when people contribute what they're seeing, too. It helps. I don't know. Oh, it's like a... Okay. Yeah, a little crystal thing. Yeah, I can see that waterfall back there. It also looks a bit like a stomach. So I think, too, there's something about that kind of intense energy that we're experiencing as we're kind of rendering our old self into this new form. I'm gonna feel it, you know? A lot of lines crossing, and that's usually an indication of integrating things. So the time has come to close the book and apply the knowledge. I'm a good one for, like, I cope through seeking more information, and I would much rather consume another book than actually apply what I've learned. Don't make me graduate. I don't want to go to work, you know. Lots of crystals. Digesting, transmuting, rendering was this word that just keeps coming up. Rendering, like cooking it down to it does take patience, doesn't it? Yeah. Like let it I do feel like there's something back here too. But that there's a lot actually in this one that is meant to be kind of open-ended. It is a person in the cauldron. Yep. There's definitely waterfall energy. I'm getting this too. So whenever waterfalls come up, they tend to be related to, they can sometimes represent difficulties, right? And but they also, as is a lot of our spiritual teachings will tell us, through our difficulties, that's often how we connect with our divine source. And so that's kind of what's coming down through that waterfall. The whole process of transmutation into something new. It's kind of a waterfall process, isn't it? I was just thinking that it's bath time. I think that full moon bath time. Was it 18? And now this one's been catching my eye over here, and this is what I thought. There's a face behind it, but that's not. Oh, okay. Now I know why there's a face behind it. This is right here. Right in that. Oh, like riding the cauldron in the waterfall. I love that. The little details matter. Even if you think that, some of the stuff that you're doing on your path doesn't have an impact, it does. Every little bit makes a difference. It gives it depth and meaning, deeper meaning. And that's pretty much what life is, right? It's just making meaning out of stuff that seems meaningless. Adding details to make life more interesting. Getting the right cup to drink your tea out of to make it special. Beep, beep. Lots of growth. I love that the pond is like, I didn't really notice it. That blue in the background was in the background. But now suddenly I'm seeing all these connections between how it reflects the same shape here. It's like, it almost has a little lily pad. All right. I can't ignore it. Once you see something, you just... Oh, that's where these little gems are coming from. Ripple. Ripple in still water. And there was no pebble tossed. All right. Well, I'd say we're going to have a magical week, but that's pretty, pretty clear. Woo! All right, so I'm going to do the analysis on this one, but I just want to kind of take a minute to... I feel like I could paint on it forever and ever and ever. Yeah. Oh, you recognize those lyrics? That's cool. I almost feel like, oh, it feels like a mushroom back here. I just want to give the slightest, it's like a light mushroom, like it's not fully in the material realm. Okay. There, it's just kind of an indication, yeah. Every time. I think I'm done. You know. Okay. I gotta stop. This looks like a big old caterpillar. It actually kind of looks like a shrimp, but it looks like a being. Weren't we talking about a caterpillar in the beginning too? So the old self is being rendered, fueled by kind of our ancestral... I feel like these are ancestors. The fires of old, and they're kind of rendering the old self in this full moon. So that our magic can kind of... The essence of who we are, the non-physical essence can kind of... there needs to be some sort of chemical reaction or something to release our... It feels heart related, but specifically like compassion or something. There's just something, that pink just is so vibrant. And I love that this little lily or lotus or whatever, I think that's a great symbol for the same kind of blooming, enlightenment, awakening kind of thing. I think the mushroom showing up in this goal too is like finding our own way to, and mushrooms are another thing, another transmuting type symbol. Like it's, moving one thing, turning one thing into another thing. And that's the whole, the whole message here. But let's look at the left and right, because that's always interesting. So... And this is kind of the format that I do for the painted readings. So if anybody wants to look into those, if you want a painting created just for you and your path, this is for the collective, but I do private readings too. And Ko-fi members on Wednesdays get 50% off. Anyway, so if we look at the left and right, I tend to look at the right side as representing the external experience. So these would be things like linear, career, vocation, relationships, anything that takes us outside of our thoughts and emotions and our creativity, things like that. So there's something that once everything was in place that grew on this side. These two kind of flowers, something bloomed on that side once everything was in place, and kind of, I feels like an acceptance of this change that needs to take place, an acknowledgement of, oh yeah, that's the old self in the cauldron, being transmuted through fire, but also kind of a waterfall experience. So the fire kind of creates this little budding plant here, and the waterfall creates this one. So it's like enlightenment, but also this kind of new self emerging. It just looks like a being over here too, like I don't know. Yeah, there's something crickety or something over there. Internally, there's that mushroom. I think that's like next level, like going to different levels. It kind of makes me think of like a psychedelic mushroom, like going to different dimensions, things like that. And it's firmly in this golden, like solar personal will, personal power, that kind of thing. Empowering yourself by taking, taking a look at other dimensions or allowing yourself experiences. Someone said something about like a cabin or some sort of structure, and I was feeling it over here, and I feel like that too. So there's like some sort of structural thing internally that in this case is represented by a mushroom. So it's something that exists within us that we can kind of, I mean, a mushroom could be a shelter for an ant, right? Like it's got this overhang. So there's something that we can find within us to, like in another dimension, that we can do that growth to. The other things that are happening internally, there are so many faces, and I want to show you this face right here that we came across. And then there's like beings and faces. There's some identity work. Obviously if we're melting down the old self, there's going to be the human brain can't exist in a void of identity. And so, we can, but we call that psychosis. But so there's a need for creating a new identity as we release the old one. So doing that kind of work feels like part of what's happening this week. And then all of these wonderful kind of crystals, it feels just like, it's like sugar. It's all the sugar and spice and everything nice that's within us, But it definitely has this kind of, it's definitely structural. So there's a need for spiritual structure this week, having our divine kind of flow in. So yeah, be aware that energy will probably drop down, but that's because we need to rest and kind of allow yourself to go into that cauldron, release all the old stuff so that we can kind of get to the essence of who we are. Yeah, I just painted it just now. I'm about to do another one if you want to stick around. So yeah, so that's what's happening there. Again, the top and bottom, I tend to look at the top as what we're already aware of, and then the bottom as what's coming into our awareness. So if we looked at the painting just like this is kind of how we're seeing things right now. We're like, oh yeah, look at how beautiful everything is. And yeah, I see the waterfall and I see the pond and I see the growth and everything. But what we're kind of missing is the actual actions to take. And part of that is asking for help from our non-physical realm, our ancestors, and going within and accessing that. So we're aware of it, but we need to access our other dimensions within us and ask for that flame to be turned up so that we can render the old self into this that we're imagining for ourselves or getting in touch with and bringing. There's a lot of integration. So those crossed lines are integration. Of course, the spirals are growth. So yay. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about the upcoming week and what's happening. How are you all feeling? Anything in the image that is drawing your attention that you have questions about? Or do you have a specific scenario that you would like to relate it to? Feel free to ask your questions. Oh, I would love that, Mama Jody. Wonderful. Are you feeling that one? Good. Yeah, I know I'm feeling it too. I'm right there with you. This little flower feels like a person too, with like their arms outstretched. Mm-hmm. So are we all rendering ourselves this week? I'm feeling, it's so interesting because I'm looking at this image, and for me, today especially, and it's weird because today was a very different day energetically than I've had for the past few days. For the past few days, I've been really productive and like really structured with my day. I have like little notifications on my phone when it's time to eat lunch and when it's time to meditate and when it's time to walk on my treadmill. Like I'm very, very structured. And today I woke up at the same time. I had lots of energy in the morning, and then like 3 hours into my day, so about 9:00 in the morning, my energy just went flop. And I took a nap, and it was like this. I needed to just get in my little cauldron. And I slept till 2:30 in the afternoon. So I had a full night's sleep, but I had these like really vivid dreams. So I must have done a lot of energetic work in my sleep. And I do feel like I kind of called it, because I often will say, like, hey, if this is what I'm feeling, there must be a need. So, whatever you need to do, I'll go away for a little bit and, help, heal me, whatever. Yep. Are you talking with your ancestors? Nice. Yep. Regenerate. Awesome. Are you working on transformation too? Very cool. I've been doing Joe Dispenza's meditations, and man, that stuff's powerful. If you're not ready for it, it's like, woo. All right. So now I'm going to set up, and we're going to do another one. So now's a good time while I'm getting stuff. If you have any questions about like the process or individual sessions or anything, feel free to ask. I'm going to get my paints all reset here for a new one. We're going to do another one from start to finish. I just have to put my paints in order. Feel free to pull your name for that one. Yeah. Oh, that's right. So if you're new and you don't know, I give these originals away. So next week, so I come on every Wednesday, and then next week I will draw names. The way that you enter the drawing is by becoming a member of my Ko-fi community. It's $1 a month. And then I've got everybody's names. So like today, I pulled everybody's names are in here, right? Doesn't look like much, but there's quite a few. And I draw names. So I usually do 2 paintings. This is who won this week. So these are the paintings from last week, which is interesting to look at, because look at this green. Oh, and we had this kind of come up. It was starting last week, wasn't it? And the resting deer, there were some indications that this was going to happen. So we're kind of, you can see the kind of the path. I can't think of the word. So yeah, so what I was saying was, hey, become a member for $1 a month and you get entered into the drawing. And your membership, your $1 a month, makes a huge, huge difference to me, because then it allows me to do things like this. And I did draw. Yeah, so this week's winners were Joanne and Amy. Yeah. So I do that first thing. And thank you. So yeah, next time. So this one will be up for grabs for next week. And I had another piece of paper. Oh yeah. So we're gonna do another one. So yeah, Malls, you'll be in the drawing for this one. If you're just tuning in, here's what we just created. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't take care of myself the way I'd like to either. I understand. All right, so this time, instead of looking at the paints, I'm going to ask you to pick a number between 1 and 36, and those are the colors that I'm going to use. So 1 per person. You don't have to put it in the Q&A. You can just put it in the comment. 17, 2, thank you. 31, 29. Yeah, and then there's always prints available too. That's true. Thanks, Anne. Yeah, so you can go. There's a link in my bio that you can find. Goes right to my website right now, and it'll show you the prints for those. I'm 11. Okay, 17 to 31, 29, 11, 12, 8. Awesome. Okay. Happy Happy Wednesday. All right, so there's room for more colors if anyone wants to choose a number 1 through 36 before I put the plastic on. All right. So this is 17. You two always pick the same ones. That's so funny. You can pick another one if you want, Jen. 26. There we go, 26. Hey, having a great day. Thank you. 21. I think I have 21 in there already. Okay. 18. You want people to see your art? How'd you grow yours? Do you mean my channel or? I've been working as an artist for 20 years. That's part of it. But I think consistency. I do almost the same thing every day. And I think that's part of it. Not that it always works, you know. Sometimes I have sometimes I have thousands of views and sometimes I have like 100. So I don't know what the rhyme or reason is with that, but I'm live almost every day too. And that's part of it. I connect with people as much as I can. Yeah. It's actually a dent. Or you mean that one up there? Yeah, so I do like the daily. That's my journaling practice, and I figured I would use that when I've only been on TikTok since February this year. And I figured when I came, an artist friend of mine was on here and was like, hey, it's good for that. And I'm like, well, what would I even do? And I was already I love making time lapse or whatever you call it, you know, speeding up my process. It's fun. So I figured I would do something small every day and help me stick with my daily practice anyway. But I'm happy to chat with you if you want to send me a message. Just some, you know, I don't know. I definitely don't have all the answers, but I'm always happy to share anything that I've learned. I'm really fighting with wanting this to be symmetrical. I love symmetry. Be symmetrical. Okay. Oh, there's like a little polar bear right there. You see it? I'm glad you're here, Kinsley. Yeah. I think this one's going to have that waterfall in it. I'm not sure, but something's going on here. Oh, just splurge and use the whole paper towel. And this one, look at that. So if we can get, so there's still lots of polarization, although I think it's getting a little better. If we can get and find our center between, so we're not pulled one way or the other so much, that's where our clarity's at, you know. And the way that you find, and this is coming from like the Kybalion, if you've ever studied the Kybalion, the way that, so the pendulum swing is in everything, and it swings back and forth between the two poles. And the way that we avoid being swung around like Miley Cyrus on a big ball and chain is by rising above it, by getting a greater perspective. There's still a lot of buildup in this one. See that? See how the excess is on the edges? Oh, is that my polar bear? Or owl? Now it looks like a white owl. Look at that. You get all the excess stuff off and the wisdom comes through. Yeah. Wrecking ball. I couldn't think of that. Thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a person, right? Is that what you're saying? A person sitting here? It looks to me like a man with a red beard. And there's a tea kettle or something in the center. I don't know. This is going to be interesting. There's still a lot of paint on it. Oh yeah, tea party. Waterfall with two bridges. Definitely feeling bridges and water. I like that. Let's see. Eagle? I don't know. All right. I'm stuck in one. I'm always in Wonderland too. That's why sometimes I'll be like, yeah, Mad Hatter, because I'm constantly thinking about, like, that's my go-to when I see things. So I tend to go like, let's see, maybe it's something else. Merman. Oh yeah, look at that tail. It's beautiful. All right. So before I zoom in, I'd like to remind everyone of my advertising. I painstakingly cut this out and glued it to my table so y'all could see it. This is my ad. So if you become a Ko-fi member, you can get 50% off a painted reading for yourself today. Today only. There's a code if you go to Ko-fi. There's a link in my bio. All right. There's a lot. There is a lot. It's like a little unicorn friend or something. It looks like an owl or something up here too. Feeling owls in this one, but owls are kind of a go-to. That's a cool edge, isn't it? Look at that. I love that texture. That reminds me of like an eagle or something. Oh, dinosaur. I know that looks like the tail too. Like, I think that might be his tail, but definitely looks like a stegosaurus to me. But I'm still like really drawn to this shape right here, which looks like a tea kettle, and there's like a seahorse rising out of it. That looks like a seahorse. But actually, it looks like a horse. Or like a mer horse. Because there's a difference between a seahorse and a mer horse. It reminds me of like My Little Pony mer horse. Does that make sense? Oh no. This one's gonna get goofy. All right, I'm gonna start with what I know for sure, and I just am like really drawn to that tea kettle in the center. So I'm gonna start with that one. Yeah, horse genie. Didn't I have that? Oh, it was a dolphin genie a while back. This is like a little wah wah wah, like the Little Mermaid. What is it, a seagull? Okay, calm down, Linda. All right, I'm gonna try another new paintbrush and see how this goes. Marlboro Man. It does like a very what's his name? My ex looks like him. What's that guy's name? I don't know. Sam something. And Alright, deep breath. Dark blue. A couple people I think chose 21. That's what we're going to use. Sam Elliott, yes. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not crazy about this paintbrush. It's okay though. Morning. How you doing today? Yeah, I just got some new paintbrushes I thought I'd try out. They weren't real expensive, but look at that already. Yuck. So I'm gonna stick it in some water and leave it there for a couple days. And then blame it on the paintbrush. Let's try this one. Are you very awake? It's a weird, yeah, it's a weird sleeping day. This one's better. I like this paintbrush. 1 a.m. I'm sure I'll be up till 1 a.m. too. It is 7:30 p.m. for me. I can't remember. Are you in Australia? I can't remember where we're at. I mean, we're all just here now, right? UK, I gotcha. I was just wondering if it was a no bones day. I think today is a bones day. That's what I heard. I'm not 100% on that. It felt like a no bones day for me. But like, I definitely had no bones earlier. 1122. Oh, thank you for confirming. Yeah, we're all here now. Awesome. Oh, I love that we're all together. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is a fun little, like, crystal ball looking tea kettle, isn't it? Or like gumball something. I don't know. Hey, thank you. I'm really feeling this music right now. Can you hear it too? I don't know if you can hear it. Alright, so here looks like an arm, elbow. Yeah, okay. Yay, I'm glad you're here. And like, I feel like there's another arm over here. You see that, yeah? I feel feel like there's he does look comfy, right? Actually, I think he's got like a foot over here. And his legs crossed over. I thought he might be a merman at first, but actually I think. Yeah. Do it. I think he's got long hair. It's like long red hair. Maybe his beard comes down like this. Pearly. Mm-hmm. I just had a thought too, like if I believed that God was like sitting on a throne up in a cloud, this was what it would look like. He'd be like chilling, drinking some tea. Cat tiger. This one right here. Oh, welcome back. I kind of want to take what color, what number was this one? I think there were two different ones. I think 29 and 2. Use this one. It did look like goldfish swimming in there, yep. What's that? Blue. Oh, is that what that teapot is? Nice. Is it dry? Come on, dry. I have no patience. I have no patience for... Come on. Oh. My hands, sometimes I lose control of my hands. Come on. There we go. Okay. Are you painting along? Awesome. See a squirrel up there? Alright, the thing that's drawing my eye now is that little white owl. Hi. Oh yeah, could be like a dog or something, right? Actually, I feel like there's stars. Like he's in the... Because that's what this over here kind of looked like, a nebula or something. I like it. Nebulous mist. My version of God. Yep. It's funny, when I went to school for art therapy and I minored in theology. And what was really nice was the art department and the theology department were on the same floor. And one time I was in the art studio working on some stuff and painting and really in the zone. And my theology professor came up behind me and said my name. And she's female. And I jumped and I turned around and I was like, and she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." She goes, something about something about the voice of God. And I said, yeah, of course it would be a woman. I'm like, of course it was the voice of God. It was a woman. It was fun going to a Catholic school when you're that. All right, white owl. It's a very distracted, silly little story. But, you know, all right. Yeah, so admiring the steep and the tea, right? Oh, we need a little bit more definition here. There we go. All right, owl friend. Let's define that little head right there. And then how about some orange eyes, yeah? It's so small I can barely see it. Oh, that's so cool. I heard an owl out. I'm in a residential kind of area and heard some owls in the trees the other day. It was really nice. Yeah. Dinosaur. Let's see. I was feeling like a cave too, yeah. I like those lyrics, yeah. Yeah. And that's what I was feeling waterfall here, and that's what I think I want to kind of emphasize that a little bit. It's like they're having a conversation. Is there a chipmunk up there? What's that? The source of creation is a tea kettle. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. What? That makes so much sense. Were you just drinking tea? Nice. That's right. you are forgiven. Uh-huh. My God smokes the doobie. I don't know about yours, but if he so chooses. I don't, or she, or it, or whatever. He's so chill. Hmm. My sister had a duck named Doobie. Pet duck. Let's see. Oh, have a wonderful day, Mama Jody. Thanks for joining us. What kind of music? I think hang drum. Hang drum seems like the... I was thinking about making that into a tree branch, but I think I'm just going to leave a lot of it nebulous. Although, is that the doobie? Is that like the divine doobie up there? Well, my God listens to the Grateful Dead. I mean, I don't know about everybody else's God, but for sure. That's just funny. Oh my. Yeah, the owls definitely blazed. Look at those eyes. Oh, that's the chipmunk's tail. You're right. Look at that. Look at that perfect chipmunk with the nose, ears, chipmunk tail up. I can see that. Yep. I feel like Jeff Groening's higher self came through to help me illustrate this character. Looks like a Simpsons character to me. I feel like I want to call it done. There's a lot of it I want to leave nebulous because it's like it feels like it's connected to creation. You know, but then as soon as I say done, it's like whatever. I don't know how that goes. If you know me by now, you know that that's what happens. Okay. I have had no doobie. Same. I haven't had a doobie in a long time. If you want to smoke its tail, go for it. Oh no. It to me it does. It looks like it's like got this beautiful wrap of like I don't know, something magical wrapped around it, something that's ethereal and divine. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, when they often look like a brain, and that's one of the reasons I read it the way I do. So I'm going to go through and do the analysis on this one now, which should be fun. But I often, so then I'll look at it like there's like hemispheres. This one's definitely got clear hemispheres. All right. You are a celebrity. That's right. You won the Alice. So check your Ko-fi thing, because I put you on there. I sent you a message through there, and I haven't sent it out yet. But here's the winners from last week. So here are the ones that I created last week. Joanne won the deer from last week. And Amy won the dragon. Dragon won emerald. Yeah. It does look like this is God. This is God relaxing with some tea and a nebulous cloud. I don't know. Yeah, it could be Hedwig and Ron too. So I do the background by everyone chose numbers that are associated with colors, and I just squished them on the background and then put plastic down and smoothed that out. Okay. Oh, nice. All right, so now I'm going to do the reading. So what I like to do is divide it left and right. And I say kind of like the left and right hand. So like right-handed would be more like linear, stuff like that. Left hand is more creative, right? So I read the right side as relating to the external experience. The more linear practical, so would be related to career, vocation, relationships, things like that. Where the left side is internal. I did see that little boy doing the squish art. That was super cute. Yep, it's acrylic right here. So the internal over here, let's look at that side first. Because right at the center is the tea. And that's why I was joking and I said, oh, at the center of creation is a tea kettle. That makes sense. And look at what we created. The last one, this is kind of giving us some more information about that. You know, we're talking about, I'll look at them both at the same time in a minute. But I just wanted to point out here we had a very similar shape. Circles, so that looks even more like a circle than the cauldron did. Circles tend to represent wholeness and the self, and so this is all about the self. This is all about the personal work that we're doing, and specifically our creative energy. So at the center of our creation is this tea kettle that something is steeping. Our magic is steeping. Internally, we're kind of this little white owl. And that's, you know, they're actually radiating magic. So there's a wisdom within us, you know, that can guide us. Eyes are big, open eyes. So definitely seeing things clearly. There's a clarity and a purity there. Whether it's a chipmunk up here or a doobie, whatever you decide. The chipmunk, I like that idea of chipmunk in preparation and kind of, they're very, they have like one focus, right? And a doobie can help some people with that singular focus thing too. So there's kind of that message of that whole thing right up there, possibly. That orange is just really calling me. That's kind of going through both sides. So internally, it's kind of this quiet wisdom. Externally, we have this figure here, really relaxed, enjoying the tea, which is actually the self, the creative self. So externally, relaxed and enjoying the creative self. In that pink, look at, he's wearing this pink color, right? So being comfortable in your own skin, relaxed. There's a lot of growth. He's got very long hair and a long beard, so there's a lot of growth there. It's old growth. And what's so interesting too is the waterfall in this one. I said I was going to bring them back, but I can't help but I was trying to do one at a time, but look at how there's like the waterfall in the background. Here we're looking at the waterfall. And what I usually say with waterfalls is that's an indication of the divine source flowing in. When we have like a fall from grace or we have falls and difficulties, that's an opportunity for our divine, our higher self to flow in. Well, here's the core of our higher self flowing in. So this is kind of a representation of like our higher self. I love that it's very, very balanced and centered, right? This tea kettle is smack dab in the middle. So the top part is usually about, it does look like, the top part is like what we're aware of, right? And then the lower part is what, what is subconscious. And there's not a whole lot here. So it feels like this week coming, we're going to get a ton of clarity. We're going to feel really clear and really centered. So let's look at these two together, right? So that's the process. Look at that. This little, I'll hold this up so you can see it if you missed this one. So here, this one, we're talking about the cauldron, kind of rendering our energy down. So yes, there's like a little person in there, cooked down, and the essence, the structural essence coming out so that it can become lots of growth, but also coming out so that it can be transformed into something else. And this is almost like the little, but it's this pink here is the clothing that they're wearing. And also it shows up in the internal, but externally, it becomes a new being. So it's like this person became this person, which we kept calling God. So it's like our higher self, and a more mature version of this person, right? Yeah, so do I record it? Yeah, so this is recorded and then I just upload the whole thing to my YouTube channel. So I don't edit it because that's just a lot. I'll put some maybe time lapse or excerpts here on TikTok, but the whole 3 hours or whatever will be on YouTube, but you can fast forward it and stuff. The pink hair is at the bottom of the second painting. Yeah. And then down here. So what's so interesting is, look at up here. So this is the waterfall flowing in to help us change and grow and that kind of thing. And that waterfall is continuously throwing. So it's almost like this is happening here. This is how I see it. I see it like this is the growth and change we're going through on the material plane. And this is our higher self chilling with our wisdom, not worried about a damn thing. Like every little thing's going to be all right. They're pouring the new energy, like helping us. I feel like that's really how this one looks. This is what's happening on the ethereal plane, and this is what's happening on the material plane. Same person. Higher self, material, physical self. Yeah, so it's just like whatever you need to do. Watch a chipmunk, smoke a doobie, whatever you need to do to feel this relaxed and enjoy this, enjoy the process, enjoy the tea of life, mm-hmm. Smoking a tail. I can't relax after smoking. It does not affect me that way. But, yeah, diamonds. So diamonds are, one of the things that they're saying is like structure, right? They got 4 sides, that kind of thing. They're also triangles coming together. So it's like vision. They also kind of make this plus sign. So it's integration. So what I was saying with this one was don't pick up another book. Don't go seeking out more knowledge. Integrate the knowledge. It's time to apply the knowledge that you already have. I think I definitely am speaking to myself when I say, like, it's so much easier for me to buy another book, crack another book, and read more, consume more information, rather than apply the information that I've already learned. And this is all about, it's time to apply the information. Triangles tend to represent vision and our goals and our dreams, and plus signs. So that's kind of like a combination of triangles and plus signs. Plus signs is integration. Triangles are visions and dreams. And it's all it's kind of flowing in. They're like adding hot water Adding hot water to the bath, right? And oh, it's interesting too. Look at, so down here, we were talking about these little white flames as like ancestral, our ancestors kind of fueling our change and helping us. And I feel like that's a connection here to this white owl. That it's our wisdom and our connection to those who have gone before us and that kind of thing, to ask for help. I feel like I read that. Where did I read that? I think in my I don't know how to say it. I've never said it out loud. I have like an atlas, like the moon cycle and all that kind of stuff. And there was a little clip. There's a little excerpts and written things, inspiration in there. And it said something about just asking for help, you know? Yep. Use what we already know. I love this like this. Yeah. So what I like to do too is pull a couple cards. I really need to take some WD-40 to my chair. All right, so I'm going to pull a card for each of the new images. These might actually become, I've been looking at the last couple weeks. A few of them, I'm feeling like I'm going to create some more oracle cards for this deck. So this is an ongoing deck. I just haven't made them in a long time. That's one of the reasons. If you want to become a Ko-fi member, it'll really help free me up to create more oracle cards for the deck. So, all right. So I'm going to pull one for this one. And one for this one. I don't read them upside down, so. And then I'll cut to one for the overall. All right. Look at the colors. Look at the color match. That's so crazy. What? I love when that happens. Wow. Look at that. All right. So, looking at this one, I'm going to read the card and then show you the card again. But it says, spread your wings, open your heart, embrace the wisdom of your disowned parts. Discover your truth and divinity, not in the light, but in wholeness. That big full moon. Yeah, so it's not just, so disowned parts. This is about shadow work, you know? Get in the pot. Let yourself cook down and let all the stuff bubble up to the surface. And then you decide, render the stuff that's worth and toss the rest out, you know? Yeah. Again, and then there's this is kind of a badass owl compared to that white one. Like, this one's not messing around. And this too, this is the higher self and the material self. So these are the same owl. That's what that represents in this image. Got all those yellow hearts in there too. And all the spirals. Very much. And it's so interesting because this branch right here, that's what I was seeing in this one. It was like that. Okay, so this card that I pulled for this one, I love this card for this one. It says, enter the looking glass. Take my hand, says the higher self, with a promise of safe passage. An adventure and transformation awaits. And look, there's a little owl here too. This is a cute little owl. And look at how we got kind of that nebulous stuff here too. Take my hand. Like, come, just chill. And I love that there's a hand here too. They're both pink. They're real similar. All the colors are very similar. See those lines coming down? Like that. Wow. And this, look at, I just now noticed I accidentally made little heart that were showing up in both of these actually. So it's kind of like, hey, don't worry, I promise it's going to be safe. You're going to make it through this. It's going to be totally fine. Yeah. Take my hand, says a higher self. I love it they both mention, oh, this didn't. Discover your truth and divinity. So I was talking about your higher, but this one, I love that it says higher self, because that's what I was feeling like. This is the higher self of this. Same person, same being. All right, and then overall, run to yourself. Yep. You who desires to be awaits. Beyond the fears that guard the gate. Leap, not with the body, but with the mind. Accept the gifts that you've been given and leave the rest behind. Another owl, but this one's just chill too. So there are fears associated with change, always. But you got gifts that you can use as stepping stones to run to yourself. Run to that golden light within you that's calling you. Drink the tea. Yeah. You're so welcome. You're very, very welcome. Totally Wonderland, isn't it? Heck yeah. So steep yourself this week. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week this week. It looks like it's going to be a good one. Let me know. Send me a message if you feel like. If you have any weird coincidences, let the divine show up in surprising and beautiful ways for you. Yeah? Leave it all behind. Bath time. Yep. Go do some sort of steeping something for this beautiful full moon. Yeah. And just a reminder, so that if you want a reading for yourself, if you'd like to have a painting created just for you, or if you want the cards or whatever, the readings are 50% off for the next few hours if you're a Ko-fi member. So you're welcome to those. If you have questions about anything, let me know. I'm going to go drink some water. And so this will be uploaded. If you want to watch the rest of it, it'll be uploaded to my YouTube channel if you want to see the other ones too. And congratulations again to our winners for last week. And good luck to those who are going to win. I'm giving away these originals. So if you want a chance to win them, go join my Ko-fi community. So again, congrats to last week's winners. And thank you so much to everyone. I love you. I appreciate you so very much. Have a wonderful week. Bye.